All right, the long way for this guy. So it says find the formula. So if this was a quiz question, I would probably put on there using the difference quotient method, if so that you make sure that you do it that way. Okay, and this is a two-part answer. Find a formula for the slope of the graph. That means your actual equation that you get after the first part, and then use it to find the slope of the given point. So some of you went straight to the end and skipped the part. Just make sure you would give both answers. So for the first one, it's f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. And then we do the h to 0, the limit as h is 0, so we plug 0 in, and then we plug in the -2 of the coordinate point. So 2x plus h squared minus 3 minus my original 2x squared minus 3 goes all over h. So if you memorize it, which hopefully you do because it makes life easier, x plus h squared is 2x plus is x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. Then you distribute it. You do know that yeah. So then I would get minus 3 minus 2x squared plus 3. And anything that doesn't have an h should cancel out if you do it right. So -3 and +3, positive 2x squared, negative 2x squared. So 4xh plus 2h squared over h. The h's cancel, and I get 4x plus 2h. But then I need to find the limit as x or h approaches 0. So I plug the 0 in, and I get 4x plus 2 times 0. So the equation used to find slope is that, 4x. That's the first part. Then it wants it at a specific point, which was -2, 4. So I just plug this in for x. So 4 times -2 is -8. And that should have been the answer for both parts. For number 2, now we can use the product rule as for your derivatives, which is bump the exponent forward. So bump the 2 forward, multiply times the 5, I get 10. And then subtract 1 from my exponent, and it goes to the first. Take the 1 that's on the exponent of the x, bump it forward. -4 times 1 is -4. Subtract the 1, and it will become x to the 0. X to the 0 is just 1. So this is 10x minus 4. Number 3. No. If it's in the bottom, it goes to the top. I change the exponent. Then I bump it forward. So -2 times 3 is -6x minus 1, which means -3. This is 1. 1 bumps forward times the 4. -4. X goes to the 0. And then the negative exponent brings it back to the bottom. -6 over x to the third. X to the 0 is 1. So this is -4.